So the most interesting cell in the brain for college students is not neurons, it's actually glia. So what exactly are glial cells? Glia is Greek for glue, meaning they have a supportive role in the brain. They are more numerous than neurons but do not participate directly in signaling. However, they are still essential for proper communication between neurons. Glia are not excitable like neurons, but like most cells, they do have ion channels. They accelerate signal propagation along axons through forming myelin. They take up release transmitters, and they also provide scaffolding during development. There are three types of glial cells in the CNS. The first is oligodendrocytes, which provide support and insulation to axons by creating the myelin sheath in the CNS. One oligodendrocyte can extend to many axons. The second are astrocytes, which are star-like cells which have a variety of functions including supporting blood vessels in the blood-brain barrier, providing nutrients, maintaining extracellular ion balance, and modulating communication between neurons. The third are microglia, which are macrophage cells which can act as an immune defense in the CNS. They are the major inflammatory cell type in the brain and can trigger pruning, plasticity, phagocytosis, and apoptosis. Finally, there's only one type of glial cell in the peripheral nervous system, and that is the Schwann cells. There are any cells in the PNS that can produce myelin sheath around neuronal axons. Unlike oligodendrocytes, they can only wrap around one axon. And that is why the most interesting cells in the brain are not neurons and are actually glial cells. Thanks.
What if I told you that what you actually learned in your science class is actually not the full truth? Yes, neurons are important in the nervous system, and you've definitely heard of the neurons and nervous system before. But let me tell you something that is really interesting. You see these cells right here, this one, that one, the blue one, and also the red one? Yeah, those are called glial cells. And actually, there are about 85 billion of them throughout our body. And what do glial cells do? Well, they do many functions. Some, like this blue cell right here, myelin, it's called myelin. They make the signaling throughout the axon, which is this long line here, go faster. There are also star-like glial cells, and also there are many glial cells that also clean up the nervous system, make it clean. So glial cells are actually the most interesting cells in our nervous system. So don't believe everything you hear in your science class. I'm just telling you that right now.
How do you remember the way from school to your house? Why do your eyes blink without you ever thinking to do it? Your brain, which everyone has in their head, is the boss of these things and so much more. It controls pretty much everything you do, even when you're sleeping. Your brain is part of a way bigger system called the nervous system. This is basically a bunch of wires in your body that send messages to each other and do stuff like remembering your best friend's names and how to sing your ABCs. Your body is made up of a bunch of these things called cells that are really, really small. There is a special type of cell in your body that does a whole lot of things, like protect other cells, kind of like a knight's armor, give food to other cells to make them strong and alive, and destroy the bad guys in your body, which can make you sick. These cells are called glial cells, from the word meaning glue, because it holds the wires in your body together to support it and make sure all the messages are going where they need to go. These wires are important because they talk to other parts of your body, making you feel happy or sad and keep you alive. So make sure to thank your glue cells for doing their job every day, even without taking naps.